Yeah, man, this is your boy Chico Black, back at it once again. Like I said, working hard. This video right here, it's about the two biggest snakes of hip hop, the two greatest perpetrators, traitors towards their own camp, their own people, their own careers, legacies. I mean, I don't know what other perspective where to put it at. But these two individuals, they flock together. They belong together. They deserve to be the best of friends. One day in hip-hop, we will see them turn on each other. Guaranteed. Trust me on this. And for those that don't know who I'm talking about, first, please like, subscribe, and let's get to the what the fuck Chico Black video. Hello, everybody. I just want to go ahead and just put it on air. This is no surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't come in no surprise. But these two individuals have done this through their whole career. Y'all already know I represent my 305, the MIA. That's where, you know what I'm saying, I do, and basically, you know what I'm saying, just represent it and keep it live every day and represent to the fullest. So let's get it in, let's get dangerous, and let's get ready to rumble. Another thing, if y'all want to go ahead and send something to the Cash App, the link is down below my channel. Let's start the streaming now. I think y'all know who I'm talking about, and it's these two snakes, these two individuals that have perpetrated their own camp, their own state or country, their own homeboys, crossed the line, disrespected, said things, not subliminally, but actual to their faces, but to a lot of people that respected them and went over their heads. Until you have somebody like Kendrick Lamar that put everything out there. But to see some that were within Drake's camp already knew that Drake was this type of individual and snake, especially the women that Drake have dealt with, you understand? And also the game, as in Dr. Dre, as in 50 Cent, as in Eminem, and many others. Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and, you know, Tony Yayo, and the list goes on and on and on. You see, that's what makes these two individuals so whack. That they both have this chemistry and personality that the person that starts to get to know them, they get this little grudge upset stomach because they know there's something about these two individuals that just doesn't sit well, or it doesn't sit perfectly within them. Once these people take advantage of their own peoples, of people that are there for them, people that ride for them, people that represented for them, they throw them away, just like T-Pain explained in the interview on Shay Shay. There's no brotherhood when it comes to the industry. That's why I don't blame Kendrick Lamar into not socializing with too much of the spectators, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this hip-hop world. And Young Thug, I remember, said that Drake has helped everybody, that Kendrick Lamar or Andre 3000 hasn't put nobody, you know, on the map, or they don't represent, or they don't put them out as, you know, so they can gain popularity or catch fame or notoriety from other record labels or producers for them to be signed and given contracts. The reason why is because there's a lot of snakes in the industry. And this is why Kendrick is so separated and so different from the majority of these rappers. If you want to take somebody away and put them in Kendrick Lamar's you know what I'm saying, space, you can do that with Eminem. Why? Because Eminem doesn't socialize. He's not friendly. You understand? And the game disrespected that. You had the greatest camp by your side. Dr. Dre, Eminem, you know, and then even though I don't like them, you know what I'm saying, but you had Snoop and you had the rest of the family. You had the best squad and the best camp you can ever have that anybody would fucking dream of even being next to. You understand? But the game destroyed that. And then seeing that he wasn't passed the torch, he decided to disrespect everyone that believed in him. Like I said on my last video, Drake doesn't fall off too far. He is the same way, uses the same methods, the same patterns, and strategically, they are both sick. You know, in that level, they're both, you know, pedal to the meadows, and they have this behavior when it comes to young ones, and they don't care who sees it. They don't care who approves of it. They don't care who justifies it. They don't care who is trying to bring justice to bring them down. They feel that they can get away with whatever they want. And you see, when you have two snakes like that, the grass on the other side, it's not always going to look cleaner, or it's not going to be too much cut to where it's balanced, or it's, you know, evolved into the equation where you can see these people being role models or being respected in the level that Kendrick or Eminem and so many other greats are respected, or were given or honored with respect because of what they conducted, what they left behind, and what legacy they left with their blood, sweat, and tears when they came to this hip-hop world. But you see, it's bigger than hip-hop when it comes to these two. It's the personal lives, the way that they are away from the camera that separates them from their music. You see, the game has been accused of maybe writing tailor-made for Drake. I had one of my subscribers, you know what I'm saying, telling me that she believes that it was Mr. The Game himself that wrote tailor-made for Drake. It might be possible, and it probably is true. It's probably factual because of how much these individuals lie, how much these individuals have, you know what I'm saying, disrespectfully have conducted themselves into the hip-hop, especially the Game line and capping all the time through his whole career, and the Game stealing music, stealing flows, stealing verses, stealing bars from other rappers. You know what I'm saying? There is no telling how much more of lies and lame and, you know what I'm saying, just conniving of busters and lames that these two snakes hold within each other. But we already know that these brothers are whack in a major way. You know, you can't take that away. You can't push the narrative, and you can't make us think no different. You know, these are two brothers that run the same pattern and think the same way and do the same thing and have the same grudges and have the same madness and have the same jealousy and have the same grudge against their own camp. And that's what's sickening. You know what I'm saying? That they are scot-free in the streets, still conducting themselves in this animal predatory behavior, which is the worstest part of me exposing this video, you know. But money talks in this world. So these two whack individuals, they're gonna get away until they get tired of them doing what they're doing, and they're gonna pay the consequences, just like R. Kelly and P. Diddy and so many others, like actors like Kevin Spacey, and the list just goes on and on and on. You know, like T.D. Jakes and all them boys. And this is what individuals like that feel like they have to conduct themselves because of the so-called pressure and scrutiny and agony and backlash that they have to take because they so-called the famousisim is up to a point where they are allowed to get away and escape from everything negative and wrong that they do, or they prosecute themselves or put themselves in and not feel that they're guilty, not feel no type of remorse or pain or any consequence or any type of, repercussion when it comes to them to face the facts, the matter, the truth, and come out to the light and be able to put themselves out there. That's why I call these two the biggest snakes in hip-hop history, because they both fit the narrative perfectly. They both are alike, and most importantly, they are brothers from a different mothers that conduct themselves in this way. And trust me, until these motherfuckers that I don't want to talk about don't do nothing and get these boys out the way, they're gonna continue doing what they doing, because two birds of the same feather flock together. This is your boy Chico Black. Y'all let me know what y'all think, if I'm right or wrong. Y'all put y'all comments down below. We'll go from there. Thank y'all for everything, for everybody that has been there, supporting me, riding with me, commenting me, and most importantly, showing me the respect and love, just like I'm showing it back. That's what it's all about, unity and respect and love and respecting one another. But y'all hit me up and let me know what y'all think about this video. Peace.